then it's fine.
But
Okay, I think it said
I
recording in progress.
yes, me, I'm recording. I am recording, so I can easily just
Oh, okay, you are recording. Okay,
yes.
okay.
The thing is that it's so large, I can't send it via WhatsApp. So the best bet would be to just record and then send to you.
Okay.
So the one we did last, I'm just uploading it to YouTube now. I'll send that one to you as well. So
Okay.
I'll minimize this. Let me
Sorry,
see.
you can't see me where I am.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. See, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can see the PowerPoint, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so last time we met, we started, did a recap, so to say. I'll just jump to the applications so I don't waste your time. So we started looking at applications. We said it is easy if you look at everything in terms of families, okay? Basically, I said there are three major families, okay? Every other thing, every other code we have learned will fall under one of these families. The first family is the major families, the major chord families. The second one are the minor chords. And thirdly, we have dominant chords. And I'm sure you know how to apply major chords already. When you play a song, basically you're going to use major chords to play a song, right? If you want to
Yes.
begin to you want to begin to embellish, then you can begin to use the major chords and their related minor chords. So I can do something like do something new in my life, something new in my life, right? But if I want to begin
Yes.
to apply minor chords, I can begin to do something like do something new in my life, something new in my life. See, that's C.
Yes.
Instead of punching it twice, I punch C once and switch it to its relative minor. I can also, if I play the song again, what's the first chord? F major, right?
Yes.
I can switch it to its relative minor, which will be D minor. So instead of playing F major, I can change it totally and play D minor. Let's
So
see if
it's
that
relative.
works. So do something new in my life. Do you think it works?
Yes.
Okay, so it does work. Something new in my life. Something new. Back to that D minor. In my
Yes.
life. Oh Lord, do something new in my life. Something new. Oh. Sorry, forgive me. I've gone off the tangent.
Yes,
But
it's fine.
you get the idea. So, and then we were talking about dominant chords. I said you should, dominant chords will always create tensions that will release to the chord that is up a fourth. Maybe an easier way to conceptualize it is to think of it as a do on a fa. Think of the dominant chord as the do that will release to a fa, right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if I have this chord as my fa, that means I'll have a dominant chord behind it that is a do. This is fa. I'll go fa, mi, re, do.
Yes.
Okay. So G
Yeah.
will be that
Yes.
dominant seven chord that will resolve to a fa. You get it right?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So if I come back to that example, do something new in my life, right? I have one
Yes.
major chord here, right? What's the name of this
Yes.
major? This one here.
C.
How about this one?
F.
How about this one?
G.
Beautiful. They are all major chords. This is what I was trying to explain to you last week. The interesting thing is that you can conceive each and every one of them, each and every one of those chords as a fa. Do you understand? So think of this C
Hmm.
as a fa, which means it has a do that will resolve to it, right? If you think of this as fa,
Yes.
do fa, mi, re, do. Do you understand it?
Yes.
So which means before I play something, do something, before I play this C major, I can play that G major seventh to resolve to C major.
Okay. Yeah.
Far is already there already. We know that this is far already. Okay. So I
Yes.
can play this to resolve to far. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay. What if this one is my far chord now? This G major. What if it is my far? What would be that do chord that will create tension?
Uh, that's C.
No, this is far.
Sorry, that is D.
Beautiful. So that means I can play D dominant seventh that will create tension that wants to resolve to G major. Let's see if it will work in our song, right? I play do something new in my life. At the point where I'm saying life, I have a G major. Let's see if I can squeeze that D dominant seven that will release to the G major. Do you understand it so far?
Yes.
Good. So let's see. Do something new in my life. Do you see that?
Yes.
I'll do it again. Do something new in my life. Something new in my life. Something new in my life. Oh Lord. My next chord is far right.
Yes.
So I want to create tension that will take me to that far. So you see it now. Why I'm using this chord.
Yes.
Beautiful. So it takes me up to this. Do something new in my life. Something new. You get the idea, do you?
Yes.
Beautiful. So we went on to begin to look at casting crowns. I think I'm going to have to exit this view just so that what is it now? Give me normal view. Beautiful. I hope you can still see it though. So I can
Yes, I
type.
can.
Beautiful. So I'm going to make this slightly bigger. Let's say 54. Okay. So we're looking at casting crowns. Last week we said when you want to play these songs, the first thing you should do is to always, first of all, play using major chords only. So when we started with
Yes.
casting crowns, we had F. Oops, I'm sorry about that. We had F major twice like that. Okay. So we had something.
Yes.
Cast, casting crowns, lifting hands, bowing hearts is all we came to do. The number two step then said we should begin to introduce relative
Produce.
minor. Yeah. So we decided to swap this F with its relative minor to give us a D minor. So let's see if that works. Casting crowns, lifting hands, bowing hearts, all we come to do. Don't worry, I'm a wax singer, I know. I don't call myself a singer. Okay, so the third step, we said let's begin to introduce dominant seventh chords. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. You can think of this F as your fa. You can imagine this C to be your fa. You can imagine this G to be fa. Now, if this G is a fa, that means you can introduce a do chord that will create tension that wants to release to that G. Okay, do you get it?
That's the D chord, right?
G
The
major, G
is
for
it,
good.
yes, is it D or do, or is
D.
it D or C?
No, no, no. I'm talking
D.
about G major.
Okay, okay, G major. Okay, okay, sorry.
Yeah. So what chord will resolve to that G major? What's the tension chord
Uh,
that will
uh,
resolve?
D
D what? What's the full name? What's the full name? D, it's a D dominant seventh.
dominant. Yes.
Yeah, D dominant.
Sorry, sorry.
You get it right. What if I
Yes.
imagine this C to be my fa? What's the tension chord that will lead to it? That will resolve to
Sorry.
that?
I should count it. I should count back. C
Yes.
one. That's far dominant. F
Mm,
F.
no, 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 no. You missed it. C is the fa. Imagine that C is
Okay,
fa.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. That's yes. Correct now. If it is the if it's C, then it's D. Then it's F. Sorry.
No, 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 no. C is fa. There's a keyboard you can see on screen, right?
Okay, thanks. Yes.
Okay, so try use that keyboard and trace your steps back to do.
Your song is disturbing. Sorry, I was distracted. So,
It's okay.
yes, I said F.
No, F is not correct.
One, two,
C
three,
is the
four.
fa.
Uh, yeah, yes. Then I'll count backward to F
No,
dominant.
don't still get it. C is fa. Imagine that C is fa. You are playing the keyboard and you are on fa. This is fa, right? What?
Yes.
Which note will be my mi?
E.
E. Did you say E?
Sorry. Okay, I think I get your point. So okay. If this is sorry, it's tricky though.
Yes, it is.
Uh, uh, that is uh, that is B.
B will be what?
Okay, okay. That will actually there will be a flat there though. Okay.
You can play all keys, right?
Yes.
Okay, so C is your fa.
That'll be B flat, sorry.
No, B flat will be what? Would it be a do or re or what? I don't understand the answer.
That'll be the me.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. If I'm playing the key
Okay,
of
okay. Sorry, man. Oh my God. Now I get. That would be. No, that would be B now.
no, if I'm playing the key of
That,
G, this will be
G.
do, right?
Yes.
This will be re,
Yes.
right? This will be me, right?
Yes.
That C will be
Exactly.
fa.
Yes. You said the me.
No, okay, the me is B, not B flat. That was you said B flat. That
Eh,
was wrong.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So if C is fa, then it means G is that do chord that will create tension that resolves up to C, G7, okay? I'm going somewhere with this, okay? So I'm going to change the color of this just so that it's not confusing. Let's make this a red so we know the dominant 7 colors. Come on, where are you? I need you to change to red. Do I have a red here? Beautiful. And I'll change this D7 to a red as well. So I hope you understand it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so D7,
Yes.
this D7 leads to G, G7 leads to C. What if this F is my fa? What will be the do chord that will lead to F? That's F right there. Imagine that this is the fa.
Yes.
What will be
Yes.
the D re
That's
do?
C.
C, beautiful.
C.
So I have C dominant 7, okay? That will resolve to my F. So everything in red, let's assume that it's still tentative. We have not decided. So for everything in black will sound like this. Casting crowns. Okay, the next chord will be F. Lifting hands. The next chord will be C. Bowing hearts is all we come to do. Let's see if we take this string and include it, right? Casting
Okay.
crowns, lifting hands. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw, but that was fast. Sorry.
Okay, I'll do it again. Casting crowns. I'm going to do a C7
Yes.
F now. Lifting hands.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
You see how
Yeah.
that, yeah, I can I can do bowing hearts. Bowing hearts will take me from G7 up to C. So to go
Yes.
bowing hearts, you
Okay.
see that is
Yeah.
all we've come to do. Do you see that? The last one, I
Yeah.
played D7 to G. So what am I doing here? I'm introducing those 7 chords. But the other truth is that this sounds a little much. Okay, if I play everything, it will go casting crowns, lifting hands,
Yeah.
bowing hearts. It's all we come to do. Casting crowns.
Hmm.
Something like that. You get the idea. So
Yeah.
it doesn't sound so bad. Maybe you are playing the song and
Yeah.
you've gotten to a place where you want it to really bop, everything is going hard, blah, blah, blah. Then you can use this. You can begin to create
Yes.
patience with this,
Tension.
probably with your bass, your drummer, your bass player, your
Hmm.
drummer, and stuff. Okay. But in doing all of these substitutions, in doing all of these embellishments, it's important that you let your ear be your guide. It's very, very, very important. Don't just say because I know dominant seven chords, I want to begin to stuff everything in, right? Let's try another example. So
Hmm.
I'm going to create a new slide and take this off. And I'll ask you to give me a simple song again, another example of a simple song. Simple song.
I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you
Simple
forever.
song. I love you forever. What's our first rule? Do you remember? We play with only major chords, right?
Yes.
I love you forever. I love you forever. Right? Oops, I'm
Yes.
sorry. G major. And then I love you forever. Lord. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's everything about that song. Okay, so that's the first rule. We play with major chords. Let's see what that sounds like. I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you forever.
Yeah.
Lord. Right? So that was
Yes.
simple
Yes.
and beautiful. Okay, what's the second rule? Do you remember it?
Yes. So then there will be a relative.
Okay, let's begin to introduce relative minor chords. So where do you think, I want you to try, where do you think you can insert a relative minor chords? Everything a relative
Yes,
minor,
like mm, where it's supposed to be a double, like
not
uh
necessarily a double. You can completely take, for instance, you want to, assuming F was a double, you can change one
mm,
to a D minor, right? But if
yes.
it's not a double, you can take out F completely and put its relative minor there, it will still work.
Okay,
So
yes, you did similar thing, yes.
yeah, so where do you think we can fix a relative minor? How do you think we should
Okay, maybe
proceed?
the first, that's the F, then we use a
A
D.
very, you mean this one?
Yes, the first.
Actually, I think it will sound better if you use the second one. Okay,
Okay,
so
yes, the
let's
second.
do the second one. Why are we doing the second one? Usually with songwriting and stuff, they tell you that it's good to establish the song first before you begin embellishments. So let's try the
Yeah.
second. Let's see what it sounds. So the first, the second, everything. What we have now will go something like, um, I love you forever. I love you
Yes.
forever. I love you forever. Lord,
Yes.
you see, so, but what the songwriter did, if I remember clearly, he didn't change that F. What he did was to come change that. He took out C completely and put out A minor. And I think that's what he did for the second line too. He left that F, he took out the C completely, switched it to an A minor, and then I think that's what
Okay,
he,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's what the original songwriter did. Let's see what this song's like. I love you
Mm,
forever. I love
yeah.
you
Yes.
forever. I love you forever. Lord. Okay, he didn't change this one.
Yeah.
He didn't change this one. I'll do it again. I love you. forever. A minor to the
Yes.
G to the F.
Yes.
Love you. Four to C major now. Low to the G. You see?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you see where their writing comes from. When they
Yes.
write alongside the rules. They don't just write the ah I need
Yes.
melody kan alpha. Yeah, you know that kind of thing. So so I've been able to introduce one relative minor. I think it's fine. Let's try and introduce dominant
Freedom.
seven chords, right? Now, the remember every major chord has potential to carry a dominant seven chord behind it. So which means that you have to
Yes.
pick up that major chord like a fa and then trace your steps back. Okay. So
Yes.
where do you think we can introduce a dominant seven chord if you were to make that decision?
So it will be at the second, not at the first part.
Okay.
The second part, which would be the F. Then we have the C dominant seven.
Okay, so you want to put a C dominant seven here, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see
Before
what that
the
sounds like. I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you. That works
yeah,
forever.
yeah,
Lord.
it was nice.
You see, that works. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can. I think you can still do more. I love you forever. So I'm going to just color this dominant seven with a red, just so that we don't get confused. And then I think I can do. If I want to go overboard a little, I can still
Mm.
introduce one here, G7, that will take me up to the C, right? G7 in color red, right? So you get the
Mm.
idea, right? Let me see.
Yes.
Okay, up to size 60. This thing is not going any bigger. Okay, but I'll just leave it like that. So altogether it goes, I love you forever. I love you forever. I love
Oh,
you forever. Lord. You see that?
yeah.
Did you get it? You understand it,
Yeah.
right? So that's it.
Yes.
Um, Let me see. I think there's a rule that we are not observing. Oh, introduce colors. Yes. Rule 4 says we can begin to introduce colors. So let me try that with this song. Okay. So instead of playing a C7 here, or instead of playing a G7, let's say I decide to play G13. Okay. They both
Mm.
will function in the same manner, right? They are in the same family, they will do the same functions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes, I
Mm.
love you forever. I love you forever. I love you forever.
Mm.
Lord. Did you see that G7? That's it right here.
Yeah.
This is G7. Here I have the roots. Here I have the dominant seven. Here I have the third. Here I have the
Then
13th.
okay.
And here I
Yeah.
have the ninth. Okay. I have the ninth here. You understand it, do you?
Yes, but you took out 11.
I took out the 11. Yes, what I'm playing now is a
Yeah.
voice, a very good
Yes.
observation. What I'm playing now is a voicing. It's different from the slash voicing. If I were to play it as a slash voicing, probably play it like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. And it will be too much.
No, no, it's fine.
Uh,
It's fine, really. This is more jazzy, actually. This is more something you probably hear in a jazz setting. Okay.
mm.
So, I love you forever. No, actually, I think I like the slash voicing better. This one right here. So I have roots,
Oh,
I have five, I have seven. I'm playing the highest three notes here. You see it?
yes.
So this is G13. You
Yeah.
understand, right?
Yes.
Three, five, dominant seven, dominant
7.
nine, 11,
9.
and 13. Okay. So if I play those highest four notes, And then I put the roots in my left hand. Or I can double the fifth like that. Okay. So that's it right there. Okay. So let's play it and see what it looks like again. I love you forever. I love you forever. I
Yeah.
love you forever. Lord. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, so that's how it works. Now, if you understand these things, you can take that original song and make it your own. Put a twist to it, and before you know it, you are building arrangements out of it. You are doing all kinds of things with it. Okay, so the assignment for me now, right here and now, I'd like for you to pick a song and do every. I wish you had a keyboard that you can play. So just tell me what I need to do. Oh, I need to put the title of this song so that when we are going through it,
Oh
so
yes.
I love you forever. Okay, so I'll leave that one like that. I need you to pick a song now, and then we'll go through it, and then I'll take it to
Okay.
the next thing that we need to learn. One last
Mm,
example.
okay. Okay. I was writing that down. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I should pick a Yoruba now.
Okay,
Do you know this Ọlọ́run tó tóbi, Ọlọ́run bàbá
okay.
àgbà?
I'll say C. Ọlọ́run tó tóbi, right?
And yeah, they are similar, similar.
What?
They like they are similar movements. I'm fortunate that they are similar movements.
Okay, you want a song with a different movement?
I mean, I should think of another one. Sorry.
Okay, go on.
Uh, okay. Nítorí náà lè ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa.
Okay. Torí
Even they
náà
are similar, but I think this one is okay.
la ṣe pardon my Yoruba. So if I play with major chords again, what's okay? So you lead me through this. What's the first thing we should do?
Yeah, which will play the majors.
It goes some like
That's
Torí,
C,
yeah, Olúwa,
then C,
C, F, and then back to C, right?
C,
So
yes,
what's the next thing? Torí
C,
the
then
C,
F,
J.
then
What's the
G,
next thing? Olúwa. Oops. So what's the next one now?
then C,
Ele ṣe, ele
then F,
wí,
then C,
ele wí,
then
ele
G,
ṣe,
then C.
and F. Torí
Yeah,
náà
sorry.
la ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa. I hope it will work, this song. You know how our songs can be. Our own is just creativity. Ọlọ́run fún mi lórí kan, and you know how it goes. So let's try. Again, let's leave that first line. Torí náà la ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa, right?
Yes.
So you see that we have two C's back to back. There's one here. Oh, you're supposed to lead me through it. So carry on. What do I do?
Yes. So yeah. So we have confirmed this. That's Nítorí náà lè ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa. That's fine. Then the other one is Nítorí náà lè ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa. That's to G. Then the third line, so which is fine. So what we are going to spice to this is adding the relative minor.
Relative minors. Okay. So what spots do you think we can add them?
So at the second, let's say at the second line, instead of the F, we can add the A minor.
Instead of F?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take F out, right? I'll put A minor. Am I correct?
Yes.
I think that's the wrong move.
Wait.
F and A minor are not related. You are using past experience. That's what you are doing for me now. Every you are not following the rules that we set in this class. You are using past tense. What you can play already, that's what you are giving to me. Try to stick to the rules. Let's see if we can break new grounds.
Okay. To,
Okay, let me give
I'm
you.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. You're looking at what?
I was just thinking. I was just
Okay, if you see here,
thinking
I
to the
have
flow and to the middle.
one C here,
Yeah.
right? And here I have another,
Yes.
more or less like I have two C major chords back to back. Do you see that?
Yes.
So these
Yes.
are those two C major chords. So I can switch one to the relative minor. So instead of playing C a
Okay.
second time, I can switch that to its relative minor. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what that sounds like. Torina Leshinje, Oluwa. Right? Torina
Okay. Sorry,
Leshinje.
that was the mistake I made. I switched F
You get
to. Okay.
Oluwa, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I think something else you can do here, instead of playing F, you can play a C sus 4. That goes back to C. Let's see what that sounds like. Did you see that?
Yeah.
A bigger version of this is to do a slash chord that says F, capital letter, F over C. I hope you understand this notation. It's like a fraction. F is on top and C is under. Do you understand it?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So F
Oh,
being on top will be for the right hand
mm.
and C under will be for the left hand. Do you see my
Oh,
left
okay.
hand playing E?
Oh, okay. Okay.
My right hand playing F? Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see
F
what this
over
sounds
C.
like. Torino, Leshenje, Oluwa. Torino, Leshenje, Oluwa.
Yeah. You use sauce for the.
Beautiful. I'm glad you noticed that, right? So let's we're putting colors already. Okay. G
Yes.
sus 4 that
Yeah.
resolves to a G major. Okay. There's something
Yeah.
else you can do here. Okay. And it's tricky. It's tricky, but it works. Okay. So we're heading to G, right? Assuming that G is that your far chord, what would be the do chord that will generate tension?
That's
That will
D.
D what?
D7.
D
D
dominant
dominant
7.
7.
Okay, so oops. D9 too works. So we're
Yeah.
only, so
D7.
let's see. I'll play from A minor. Do, re, la, la, she, je, oh, you are. Did you see that?
Okay.
I'll do it again. I forgot to do
Yeah.
this before. Do, re, la, she, je, oh, you are.
Yeah.
You see? Now,
Yeah.
sometimes some people will play tricks and completely kick out this F in favor of that D7. Do you see it?
Hmm.
So let's see what it sounds like. Torina Lashinde Oluwa. It still works. You see that, right?
Yeah.
See that? Okay, why this works, why this 3 works, you can play in the key of G major, right?
Yes.
Is why it works is like you're playing a re, so, do in the key of G major. That's why it works. A
Yes.
minor is the re.
Yes.
This that D dominant 7 is the so. Do you see that?
Yes.
And
Yes.
G major is the do.
Yeah.
Do you see? That's why it works. That's why I can afford to kick out that F, and it doesn't look like there's anything wrong. So
Hmm.
along the line, we'll talk about what they call a 2-5-1. 2-5-1 is what I just played in the key of G major. G is the 1, right?
Yes. Yes.
A is the 2. So you see why that A minor will be my 2 chord, right?
Yes.
And D would be the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D is the
Yes.
5. Okay. And of course, remember
Yes.
that G is what? What scale degree?
Scale degree
What
one.
number? Beautiful.
One.
Okay. So if A is 2, D is 5, and G is 1. You see where that name comes from? 2,
Yes.
5, 1. Yeah. So much later, we'll talk about 2, 5, 1s. It's a very
Okay.
powerful tool that you can use to do a lot of things. Okay. So
Mm.
um, I've skipped another step, but it's good, right? So far we have done this first line. C,
Yes.
right? We have done this second line as well. So let's see, what can we do with this third line?
Okay. So nítorí náà ǹjẹ́ olúwa ǹjẹ́ olúwa ẹ lè ṣe ẹ lè wí. So we can use a relative minor also
I think
instead
at
of
this
the
point,
C.
I think at this point it's better to use a dominant seventh. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. So to the C, right?
no, to the F.
Okay. To the F.
G is already working like a dominant seventh. Going to C. G.
Okay. Yes. It will be good having
Yeah,
it again straight.
exactly. So the same thing, this C, if we just change it up to a seventh, the C is there for us already. If we just embellish it and change it up to a seventh, it's beginning to work as this that wants to result.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay.
See,
Yes.
see, okay, so
Okay.
you get it right. So
It,
now,
at default it works.
yes, good. So let's see from beginning. Torino Leshenje Olua. Torino Leshenje Olua. Elle oui, okay, I think I would like it better if we leave that C, then put a C seventh after that before it goes to the F.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay. We
So,
have it first, then it's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Let me introduce another concept of 251 here. So this is how I'm going to begin. It's very tricky, but follow me closely. This C, I'm going to
Okay.
throw it away and use its relative minor. What's the relative minor of C? Do you remember?
A minor.
A minor. So I'm going to switch it up to an A minor first. Okay. Now, the second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to think of A minor as my Do, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if I think of A minor as my Do, I'm going to throw in a 251. Okay. Well, A minor
As
will be my Do. So if A minor is the
yeah.
Do, what will be the 2?
B.
It's a B something, right? So before that A minor, I'm going to put a B there. What will be the 5?
The 5 will be E.
Beautiful,
E.
we get the idea. Okay, that then leads up to A minor as my Do, right? Okay, so this
Yes.
is the difference. This first 251 that we did is based on a major scale like that. So it's called a major 251, right? Are you
Yes.
with me? This one that we did
Yeah.
here is it comes from a minor scale. So it's called a minor 251. I think it's I'm not sure which one again. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. It comes from a minor scale. Don't worry, we'll get into all of this when we talk about 251. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to have a B minus 7 with a flattened fifth. Okay. Think of that as your 2 chord, the minor 2 chord. Here I'm going to have an E dominant 7th that will then lead to an A minor. I'm going to put this 3 in red so that you just know that those are the 251s. I'm going to do the same for this guy too. so that you see the 2/5 on. Okay. So let's see what it sounds like. I'm going to play it from this C, right? So it goes L she L we. I'm going to do B minor 7 now. What
Mm.
is it? L we L she. Did you see that?
Yeah. Mm.
I'll do it again. L she L we L we L she. That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there. So I'll
Mm.
risk it and kick out this guy. And instead, I'm going to use this relative minor of F to do that. Okay.
Whoa.
So I know I'm taking huge steps, but you get the idea. So let's see how it goes again. Ele, we, ele, la. Ele, we, ele, she. And then D minor. Torino, le, shinje. Olúwa.
Mm.
G7 works well to C major, right? What is that
Yeah.
G7?
Yeah.
Okay. What if I
It
change it
works
to
with.
E13? Okay.
Mm.
That goes to a C major, right? I'll do it again from Ele, she, ele, we, ele, we, ele, she. D minor now. To G13, lẹ ṣe jẹ́ Olúwa.
Mm.
Let's see what it sounds like. Torí náà lẹ ṣe jẹ́
Mm.
Olúwa. So instead of just hitting that A minor, I can walk down into it. I'm at C. Instead of just jumping to A, I can walk into that A. You see that? You see it?
Yes.
So I can even walk up into it. So instead of I'm at C, my
Yes.
target is A. I can start from this C and begin to walk up to A. I can start from this C and begin to walk down into the A.
Yes.
Let's see what both sounds like. Torino le shinje Olúwa. I want to walk down now. You see that? What if I walk up?
Yes.
Le shinje Olúwa.
Yes.
Torí náà lẹ ṣe ń
Yeah.
jẹ́
Yeah.
Olúwa. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè wí, ẹ lè wí, ẹ lè ṣe. Torí náà lẹ ṣe ń jẹ́ Olúwa. Torí náà, so something else I'm doing, instead of playing
Ah.
C like this, it's the same
Yeah.
chords I'm playing. Instead of playing C like this,
Mm.
I'll probably express it and do something like put some movement
Mm.
to it. You see, so instead of just striking a blank C, I can put a movement to it, or I can play it in a higher register just to tickle the ears a little. You get the idea? So instead of
Yes.
just playing C, I can do that. See, same chords. I'll
Yes.
do it again. Torino le ṣe higher register. Olúwa, walk down. It's different from,
Yeah.
you see, I put some melody to it. You see that it's different.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it makes a whole lot of difference. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Torino le ṣe Olúwa. Torino le ṣe Olúwa. Ẹ lè ṣe, ẹ lè wí. This is what I'm doing here. Instead of playing F
Mm.
major,
Yeah.
I'm playing F major 9. That's what I'm doing there. I switch that up to a bigger chord, a major 9. So I played C, I played C. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
switched this to C13. That's what I did.
Yeah. Because it
Yeah,
wasn't the same.
yeah, I switched this to C13 and this is F major 9 now. And then this is that B minor 7 flat 5, E dominant 7, and then A minor. I'll do it again. Torino, Leshinja. Torino, Leshinja. Gosh, let me stay simple. I'm sorry. Torino,
Yes, sir.
Leshinja. Olúwa. Torino, Leshinja. Olúwa. Elegy 13,
Yes.
major 9. Elevi, Elisheo. Torino, Leshinje. Olúwa. So it's
Hmm.
simple. The assignment for me
Wow.
now will be to take one song.
Wow.
No, let's do two. You start
Oh.
out. I'm much more interested in the process. I'm not interested in the results. The product is fine, is good, but I'm much more interested in the process that you use to get to that end result. So take two songs of your choice. Start with the major
Yeah.
chords as the process. Introduce the what's it called relative minors, begin to introduce the
Yes.
dominant sevenths, and if you can, begin to introduce colors as well. We don't need to meet here on Zoom. Once you do it, you can just type it and send it to me on WhatsApp at any time. Don't worry,
Okay.
I'll respond and we'll correct that. So we'll keep doing this until you get better at it. The honest truth is that you may try it the first time and it's not there, but the more you interact with, the more you do it,
Yeah.
the better you will get at it. So don't get discouraged if you do it the first time and it doesn't look like it's
Okay.
working. Keep working at it. So your assignment, when should I be expecting it? Is Monday good or Tuesday or tomorrow?
Okay. Monday is good now too.
Okay, Monday is good then.
Monday is
So
good.
I'm expecting two songs from you on Monday. So in the meantime, can I go on?
Yeah, we did a lot today. Yes. Maybe we can just touch one more thing.
Okay, one more. I can go on, or you want me to do one more song?
Uh, you can actually go on, but like I mean one more thing, because man, I
Okay,
kept a lot
okay.
today.
Okay, all right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about now is voicings. Now, this is very important as a piano player. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about voicings is that voicings are not, oops, they're not exactly inversions. Okay, you know what an inversion is, right?
Yes, inversion is like resubstituting chord in a different ways.
You know, if you have, say, a chord C, E, and then G, that's a C major chord right there.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm making it in a different way, like G C E G
beautiful.
C E.
Now, if you take that lowest note and you put it on top, it will become E, G, and then you have the C on top, right? C.
E
Now
G C. Yes.
this will be your first inversion. First inversion. Okay. The one on top, I think, would be the root inversion. I think root inversion. Okay. Now, if you repeat the process, starting from this first inversion, not from the root inversion, starting from this first inversion right here, if you repeat the process, take that E that you started with and put it on top. Okay, so what will be my first note there now? If I remove that E, what's the first note?
That's G,
Beautiful. The next one will be what?
C, E.
Beautiful. You get the idea. Now this will be your second inversion. Okay, so this is how it works. That's the second inversion. So that's what an inversion is. Like you take the lowest note, you put it on top. Okay. But
Yeah.
if you look at voices, I'll take the same example of that chord, right? Voicings, and then, sorry, the same chord C, E, G, right? What if I decide
Okay.
this time around that I want to put the G in my left hand? I want to put that G in my left hand. I want to put the, let me see, I want to put the E in my right hand, and I want to put the
Okay.
C at the top, pata pata. What I've done is I've took G left hand, E,
Yes.
then C. So what I still have here is a C major chord, but this is more like a voicing. I threw all the voices all around, okay, depending on the type of feel that I'm looking for. This is what an inversion would sound like. And inversions work more better with block voices. Yeah, let me just say block voices, so to say. I take that one, I put it on top. That's the first inversion. I take this one, I put it on top, second inversion. With inversions, I can take those notes and scatter them all around the keyboard. I can have my G here, have the E here, and then go and put the C up here. Okay? It's still a C major chord because it contains all those three notes. Okay, you get the
Yeah.
idea. And that's what voices are. So there are basic rules that guide voices. And if you really, do you sight read? Do you read?
No.
Okay. I'll just show you the exercises then. It's fine. If you really are serious about playing, then you cannot do without learning these voices. Some people learn them without exactly knowing the rules, and it works for them. But for me, I had to learn the rules, and it worked for me. So quickly, I'll just spell out the most common voices. Then you understand why I'm playing a C dominant 13 like this, instead of
Okay.
instead of like this, like we talked about. Instead of like
Yes.
this, I'm playing it like this. You understand it by the time we're done with voices. Okay. So voices, yeah. There are two major types of voices. I think I should use a table here. Give me a table. How many columns now? Let's say two columns or three. Let me just do four. Come on, now let's do number of rows. I'll take this down to four. Let's see what this looks like. Beautiful. Okay, so uh, types of voices. How do I do this? Um, I'll just call this voicing. They have different names. Okay, I'll call this type A. Come on now, what's wrong with you? Type A. And I'll call the other one type B. Okay. Some other people will call it, say, position one, and call this other guy position two. Some other people will call this, do I remember? Let me see. You know, teacher, 3359. Ah, I've not forgotten. Hey, okay, let me just do this. Drop this, drop this. Okay, 735. Yeah, I remember now. Some other people will call this a 735 voicing. Some others will call this the 379 voicing, I think. Okay. So in a moment you will understand why. I'll start with the type A voicing. Are you with me? Are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
Okay.
It's just
Huh?
that the words are very tiny. I can't see, but
Okay. Okay.
as you say them, I will at least I know them.
Okay. So I'll take this out, see if
Oh,
I
okay.
can this
Okay,
bigger.
fantastic. Okay,
Uh,
fantastic.
You have another classmate with you. Hello, classmates.
Sir?
I think you have another classmate with you. Hello,
Another
class.
classmate.
Uh, I'm
I
hearing voice.
know.
At least your girlfriend. Oh, sorry, I'm okay. Forgive me. So,
No,
uh,
it's my system. When it was two, it spoke.
okay, it's fine. So, I hope it's much more visible now.
Yes, very.
Okay, so I'll delete this guy and duplicate this one. Beautiful. So, type A voices. I'm going to start with say, uh, do I need this table? I'll just leave it there. Say I have a C major seven chord, right? C major seven chord will be C, E, G, and O. C, E, G, and B, right? So this is how it works. I have C, E, G, and B. With the type A chord, what you do is take that root and put it in your left hand, right? So as you can see, I've let go of it in my right hand and I put it in my left hand. You see that?
Yes.
Okay, the second thing I'll do, I'll take the seventh and drop that as well into my left hand. So what I have in my left hand will be now the root and seven. And my right hand, I have 3 and 5. Okay, are you with me there?
Yes.
So for the type
Yeah.
A, what you do, usually you drop, oops, you drop the root
Hmm.
of 7 by octave. So usually that will be in your left hand. So instead of playing C major 7 like this, I'm going to play it like this. This sounds a little deep. Okay, yeah, better now, right? So instead
Oh.
of playing like this, I'll play like this. You see
Hmm.
the difference? So,
Yeah.
if I exclude the roots, I'm going to let go of the roots now. The notes that I have left is 7. This one is the seventh, right?
Yes.
And this one is what? What degree is this?
This is E. That's the third,
Beautiful. And this one is what?
fifth.
So altogether we have 7, 3, what?
Yeah. 7, 3, 5,
5. So,
6, 5,
7,
5,
3, 5.
5.
So you see why it's called a 7-3-5 voicing now, right? So
Yes.
usually with that type A voicings in your left hand, what you will have will be the root and the seventh, okay? In
Seven.
your right hand,
Yeah.
you have that. Think of this way. Moke Hosanna. So I can do some Moke Hosanna. See, if I play with voices, it will sound like something like that. Moke
Hmm.
Hosanna. Something like that, okay? Whereas if I play with the block chords, it will go something like Moke Hosanna, right? If I play with
Hmm.
voices, it will go something like Moke Hosanna, right? Let me make it
Yeah.
smaller. Something like Moke
Hmm.
Hosanna. Remember this.
Yes.
So
The
you see,
seventh.
beautiful. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that I started with a major 7 chord, right? I can
Yes.
apply this
Major
to
seven.
any chord at all. It can be C minor 7. This is a C minor 7. And I'll apply the same principle. Drop the root by an octave. And what's the other one I dropped? Do you remember? It's on
The
screen.
seventh.
Beautiful. So I'll take this 7 and I drop it by an octave as well. So you see, this is C minor 7 voicing that I have here. The type A
Hmm.
voicing, C minor 7. Okay. Here will be C dominant 7th. Do you understand why it's C dominant 7th?
Yes.
Yeah. So because this has gone back to the natural third. I start
Yes.
with this. I take this root, I
Yeah.
drop it. I take the 7, drop it.
Se-
This is C dominant 7. This is C minor 7. Okay. This will be C
Yes.
major 7. Okay. This will be, how
Yes.
about this one? Can you guess this one? Figure out this one. Just look at all the
C
notes.
minor seventh.
No, this is not C minor seventh.
C is a minor dominant, like a minor of a dominant.
This one is root, Abi.
Yes, root
How about this
is a
one?
minor, and C minor
C minor with what
seven.
kind of seven? What kind of seven is this? Is this
Uh,
let me
yes,
see.
is a minor seven.
Minor, what
Okay,
kind of seven now? Remember, every time you say seven, you mean dominant seven, right?
dominant. Yes, yeah,
No,
but this is not a dominant.
it's a minor major seventh. It's one of
Major
the
seven.
chords we
Okay,
talk about. Yeah, this is the voicing for
minor
minor major
major,
seven. So
minor
instead of
major
playing it
seven. Oh,
like this, you spread it in both of your hands like this. Okay, do you
oh,
get it?
okay.
Okay, so uh,
Yes,
this is I think I should do both of them at the same time. So here I've done the major chord. Let me show you what type B would look like for this same major chord. So I'm going to duplicate this slide and call this type B, okay? For the same major chord, I'm also going to drop the roots. How does this keep happening? Better. I'll drop the roots, I'll drop the seventh, but I'll also, the roots, I'll drop the seventh, comma, where's it? Oh, it's my keyboard, the seventh, and the third, I'll also drop the third, and I'll drop all of them by an octave. So I have C major seven here. I've dropped the roots. I'll take this seven, I'll drop it by an octave, right? I'll take this third and I'll drop it by an octave as well. So this is what I have left, okay? Are you with me?
yes, sir.
So this is what happens. In your left hand, you are going to take down root and third. In my right hand, I'm
And the
going to take
seventh.
down seven and fifth, right? So
Okay, the right hand will take the seventh and the fifth.
yes, the right hand will take the seven and fifth. So how does this differ from type A? Type A, in the left hand, what you always have a wide stretch, root and seven.
Yeah,
Type B will have a smaller stretch, root
smaller
and seven.
stress.
You see it. So the
Yes,
same chord, type A, this is it. The same chord, type B, this is it. You see,
yes,
you understand it. So um, that's how it works. Those are the types of voices, type A, type B. Every other voicing you will come across is usually a variant of one of these two, either type A or type B. Either position one, this is position one, and this is position two. Either 735, this is 735 right here, okay? Or 37, what's it called? 9, okay. I have this voice in here. If I throw away the roots, this one is 3, right?
yes,
This one is 7, right?
yes,
Sometimes they add the ninth there, so that gives you a 739, okay? Remember, a major 7, major 9, they are all in the same family, so the same thing, right? So that's it right there. The second one is called the 739. I hope I wrote it down. Let me check those. Yes, 739. I wrote that down. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you so far, right?
yeah. Man, consumed a lot today. Yes.
Okay, so I think I will stop here today, but I'll do a quick recap. I said there are two types of voices. There's the type A voicing and the
Type
type
A.
B voicing. Type A voicing is also known as position one or 735. Type B, they'll call it position two or 379. Type
379.
A, type A voicing is the one with the longer stretch in the left hand. Type
Yes,
B, that's one with the smaller stretch in the left hand. And I said for you
yes,
to get to that type A voicing, what you need to do will be to drop the root and the seventh. Any chord at
seventh.
all, just take the root and seventh and drop it by an octave. So if I have a major seven, drop root and octave. What you have left will be a type A voicing. If I have dominant seventh, drop root and octave. What you have left will be a type A voicing. If I have -7, take root and 7, drop it. That's it right there. Okay. The same
Yes.
thing for type B. Just at type B, you add one more. After you drop the root and 7, you then add the third to it. Okay. So again, for those same chords, um, major 7, I'll take the root and 7 and the third and drop it, right? So in my left hand, I'll have root and third, and in my right
Yes.
hand, I'll have that 7 and fifth. As I said,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll add the 9 just for color, right? Um,
Yes.
you have a dominant 7, take root, drop it, take seventh, drop it, take the third as well and drop it. So this is dominant 7. Again, you can add the 9, okay? You have a
Yeah.
minor 7, that's it right there. Take root, drop it, take 7, drop it, take the third, drop it, that's it right there. Again, you can add the 9, okay? And so on and so forth. So when next we meet, I'll begin to show you how these two types of voices interrelate with one another. How do you apply them? How do you use them? And then we'll go back to some of these songs that we have played. And instead of playing them as block chords, we begin to play them as voices and see what they sound like. Okay. So let's see. We'll take it from here next time when we meet. I hope you
Yes,
learned
sir.
something today.
Sir, how
I
is
said, I hope you learned something today.
a lot?
Okay.
I
So
have to just go back to it and start dissecting and
yeah.
writing them down. Practice.
So right away, I'm going to upload this. The one we did last time, I didn't upload it immediately. I just uploaded it today. But this one, I'm going to
Okay.
upload immediately and send both of the links to you so you
Yeah.
can study. Meanwhile, I'm expecting my assignment on Monday, right?
Monday. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, sir. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the
Yes,
class
sir.